Somebody call the doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, we weren't sure if we were going to do this, but you blew up our poll and you wanted us to do it. So we are doing Diamond Dave Damone and Mason Quinn's top 5 fan favorite episodes of The Walking Dead. We are, of course, doing this because The Walking Dead is coming to an end, as everybody knows, and we wanted to do a look back at some of our favorite episodes.
And the reason why we wanted to do that is because we didn't get this channel running, and we've said this before, didn't get the channel running until April of 2021. So obviously we missed a lot of seasons of The Walking Dead. Had we we should have thought of this years ago for reacting to this stuff.
Instead of just you and me talking to each other on our phones.
Text messages. But we're here, we're doing it now. We're doing our top 5 favorite, not the greatest ranking of all time, but our top 5 favorites. And folks, that was really, really hard. We still tell every intro, we're telling you how hard this was because it's still not set. We still fight over what is the best one for us to do. So
I wanted like 3 of them from season 2.
Maybe we do a 6th as a bonus. I don't know.
Maybe a bonus. Maybe some honorable mentions at the end, maybe.
Yeah, this one was hard.
So, guys, we'll be taking a look at Season 4, Episode 8, Too Far Gone. This is one of our favorites. A lot of stuff happens in here. It had to be my fan favorite.
And with that being said, let's go!
What do you want us to do?
I want you to survive. We're not gonna last here. The biters, there'll be a herd of them. There's nothing between us and the rest of the world. If we stay here, we'll die. People who destroyed the camp I was in with Martinez, they live in a prison. They got walls. We could live there.
Oh! I forgot it was that soon.
I have a plan to do it without anyone getting hurt. I captured 2 of them.
You took them?
They're the key. They're gonna help us take that prison without firing a shot. We don't need to kill anyone. We need to be prepared to.
You know, I feel bad for not appreciating David Morrissey more when I was watching it the first time through. You know, like I knew he was great and I knew that the character was awesome, but man, looking back on it, it's just so good.
Yeah, dude, during this, when this first aired, and we saw Scott Wilson or Hershel get taken, dude, I was on the edge of my seat the entire show because I was like, oh no. And you knew the first time when you watched this that all that garbage he was spewing was not happening.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them, the thieves, murderers, these people, they mutilated me, burned my camp, killed my daughter. But I found you people, and I don't want to die. I don't want you to die. We need to surprise them, scare them. Huh?
Scare. Come on.
He's sucking them in so good here.
He's a great salesman.
Oh, is he ever.
All right, let's do it.
Did you hear all that?
I said we didn't have to fight for another place.
I know.
Killing people?
Killing killers. I'm gonna keep you alive. I'm gonna keep Megan alive. It's good that you heard. That you know I love you. You knew me, Lily. It was always gonna be like this.
God, seeing how a lot of this was literally being pulled from the comic was so awesome.
And it's so fascinating when it's so early on, you know, and there's still people who aren't completely hip to everything that's happening. Our villains seem to like RVs.
Very much so.
You should eat. It's gonna be a long day. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
I don't believe that.
See, to this day, I'm still conflicted because right there in that moment, it sounds like he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And that he means it.
It does. Yep.
Penny, my daughter, she was dead. I know that now. I don't want to hurt anyone. I need the prison, that's it. You two are gonna help me take it. No one needs to die.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, you won't.
Just her face. Just her face delivering that.
And I'll take it as peacefully as I can.
You people. our people. We can find a way to live together.
Look at Michonne.
You're a good man, Hershel.
You've changed. So has Rick.
We'll never be able to live together.
We'll find a way to...
I found a way. This way you get to live and I get to be.
You say you want to take this prison as peacefully as possible. That means you'd be willing to hurt people to get it. My daughters would be there. If you understand what it's like to have a daughter, then how can you threaten to kill someone else's?
Because they aren't mine.
God, that look. That look.
It's like he turned in that moment, you know. He turned to the evil governor, if you will, or more evil.
Again, I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. I still to this day watching that. In that moment,
But before he went to the door.
he went to the door, or even after the door, he is in full mode of not trying to
just
eliminate anybody.
Just get him to walk away.
Any place that's safe, really safe.
What about Padre? Oh, remember this? Oh, I totally forgot about it until I saw the dirt.
Did you?
Yeah.
She's gonna be alive.
Foreshadowing was epic in this episode.
See?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to get my coat dirty.
I messed it all up.
You made it better.
Yeah, it's like he really does want, things to.
And he was very impulsive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, our anniversary's coming up.
It is? You ever been to Emma Falls? Tallest waterfall in Georgia?
I'll go load up this station wagon.
Clark Griswold.
What an evolution for Maggie.
Yeah, her character. I mean, and it's funny because we're gonna go into doing our top 5, and then shortly after we'll be into the final season, and the characters will be so different.
She killed 2 of our own. She couldn't be here. Weapons. She's a survivor. Stop saying that like you don't believe it.
That was a great episode too, by the way.
Another
with Rick and
fantastic
Carol.
episode.
She wasn't sorry. And that's her. But that ain't her. I haven't told Tyrese yet. I don't know how he's gonna take it. So we'll find out.
I forgot all about that look of like, oh shit.
Hell.
Tainted meat.
Gosh.
Bob.
Between Bob and Tyrese and I forget the actor's character's name, but he was on Everybody Hates Chris and Sasha. We had such a strong friggin' cast. I mean, gosh.
Yep.
I'm on my way to find an open cell in C block until D gets cleaned up.
I just wanted to say thank you. You helped save my life.
Stop.
Bob.
Stop.
You put those meds in my IV bag. And now in a couple minutes, I'm gonna feel the sun. So you are gonna let me thank you.
Tyrese, you down here?
Rick, that you?
Here we go, folks.
I was just looking for answers. Same person that killed Karen and David did this. We got a psychopath living with us.
Tyrese.
We gotta find him, Rick.
Whoever did this, I don't think that's who killed Karen.
Saved by the bell.
Oh, here we go. I'm still excited to see this stuff.
I know. End of the world don't mean shit when you got a tank.
There's a council now. They run this place.
Is Hershel on the council?
I know what's going to happen, and my heart rate's still going
I know.
up.
What about Michonne? She on the council too?
When I first saw this and they dropped them down to their knees, that's when it clicked in my head. Like, oh no, he's getting the Tyrese death. God, Bear crushed it on this music for the governor. And I love this little bit sense of doubt from Rick, and then he gets the nod from Daryl saying, "You got it."
Yep, Daryl's always kind of had his back after season 2. Gosh, where would Carl be right now if they wouldn't have killed him off?
Freaking Gimple.
Oh, it'd be so good.
The music, the score in this one was just phenomenal.
Let him go. Right now. I'll stay down here. You got a tank. You don't need hostages.
This is just to show you I'm serious, not to blast a hole in our new home.
Doesn't have to go down this way.
I got more people, more firepower. We need this prison.
God, how many unwinnable situations has Rick been put in? just in these first 3 seasons.
There are children here. Some of them are sick. They won't survive.
I have a tank, and I'm letting you walk away from here. What else is there to talk about?
I'm being pretty fair.
The impatience that continues to build throughout their conversation is just fantastic between these two. And again, even in that moment right there, I still believe the governor's trying to really stay true to not hurting anybody.
Just, hey, get out, leave,
Good.
you know.
That's what I did the first time too when I saw this.
Yeah,
I was
I'm like, what is she looking at? Yeah, where is it?
I was like up on the TV,
Yeah.
and then you saw that.
Like, oh, there he is.
Can you please help me, Dad?
And let's be real though. That takes some mad guts to sit that far away and sit that high up away from your kid.
Yeah, if something goes wrong, it's going to take you forever to get there.
I hear you. I'll be there in a sec.
I was going to say, you're going to do a offhand 100-yard shot with a pistol for the head? Is that what we're doing here? The classic horror movie hand coming out of the dirt.
Gosh, still.
I could shoot you all, but we'll win and you'll be dead. Doesn't have to be like that. Like I said, it's your choice.
Casually to tell you, now I'm going to do a warning.
Yep.
Noise will only draw more of them over.
Your dad's got it. They're talking. You can kill the governor right now.
From 50 yards.
I'm a good shot.
Or you could start something else.
I loved seeing the interaction between Daryl and Carl, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very much a big little brother dynamic.
You know the plan. That's where we're supposed to go. Carol told us to be strong. They have guns. We should have guns, too.
You got maybe about an hour of sunlight left. I suggest you start packing.
Look, Hershel's like,
I know.
We got to get out of here. It's over, Rick.
We can all live together.
It's fantastic by Andy doing that little biting of the lip.
Yep.
I don't think my family would sleep well knowing that you were under the same roof.
We'd live in different cell blocks. We never have to see each other till we're all ready. It could work.
Not after Woodbury. Not after Andrea.
But I don't think we have a choice.
We don't. You do.
We're not leaving.
Oh, he's so mad.
You try and force us, we'll fight back. The gunshots will just bring more of them out. They'll take down the fences. Without the fences, this place is worthless. We can all live in the prison, or none of us can.
Now he's just getting pissed.
Not yet. Patience is gone now.
Fix the damn fences.
Oh.
Oh.
Is this what any of you want?
Time for you to leave, asshole.
We took in his old friends. They've become leaders in what we have here. Now you put down your weapons, walk through those gates. You're one of us. Everyone who's alive right now, everyone who's made it this far, we've all done the worst kinds of things just to stay alive. But we can still come back. We get to come back.
Hershel's like, God, it's going to work. Rick's going to win him over.
We all can change.
Oh, I love that camera shot. Looking right through the governor's eye.
Liar.
Still, it hurts. Still. We had this reaction channel on us when this was really going in live time. My jaw could not be picked up off the... Dude, I was hurting for like days after this. Like, it was in my mind.
Yep.
Body's just...
And when
I know it sounds weird and cliche maybe for some reactors, but I was legit affected by this one.
Well, and when it was... You almost thought for a minute that the governor was going to go for it. He let you in that little bit to make you think maybe.
This pissed me off so much. It still pisses me off.
Oh,
damn you, Morrissey! Oh, and then that shot.
They show it.
He chopped a guy's head off with a sword.
Again, the score in this one by Bear.
God,
You guys are going to get sick of me saying that, but...
They just don't make them like this anymore. I know that's cliche to say, too, but...
I don't know if I could ever do that.
You stay behind me, and if we get separated, you just go run somewhere safe and hide.
In your cars, get your guns. We go in, kill them all.
Right from the comics.
Now Governor's in fuck it mode.
It's whatever.
Take down the fences.
Doesn't matter anymore. We'll fix the damn fences.
To me, it's just like, why? How are you going to fix that? You can't go down to Menards and just pick up a 12-foot fence.
Yeah, it's gone.
Cover you.
Oh, we're not going to put holes in our new home.
Well, so much for that. Oh, there he
It
goes.
still gets me jacked up. Go. Booyah.
Hide behind the pumpkins.
Where's that? She went to find Judith. Where?
I will find her. She'll be okay. No, what? No, you're not going by yourself.
Because Glenn, you can do something, can't you?
So much happens in this episode.
When that first happened, I was pissed. I like how they gave us...
Yeah, a little bit of ringing.
Yep.
Yep.
Check my back for an exit wound.
Yeah.
Bus.
Before you look at the flowers, take care of this.
Oh.
Hey, we go that way.
Oh, the work they did on Rick right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the wheezing in this.
Oh, that
comic
still gets me
from the comic. I
every
should probably
time.
post pictures if I can find them in this reaction.
Yeah, some side by sides. Yeah.
Carl.
God, this was epic.
Oh.
It was so epic, but at the same time, it was just kind of like, shit, we're losing David Morris.
Yeah, I know. We're losing a great baddie. Okay.
I loved every second of this moment right here. Didn't even say anything. Just let her have it.
Just hits him, then he just leaves him.
Carl. Carl.
The birth of Coral.
Carl.
There it is.
Judith. Where is she?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This episode hits way different now having kids.
Doesn't it? And remember how there was so much speculation about this online? About what happened with Judith? Did somebody grab her? I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. This show used to, like, affect you for a week until you could see the next one. I mean, I love it, but it doesn't have that same vibe anymore.
Carl. It's over.
Lead into
and it's
an epic comic line.
And it's so tough because Rick has to be strong for Carl.
Another comic moment.
Yep.
At least the form of it. And then we see her from episode 4x1.
That's right, yeah. Yep.
Where she took Rick
had
on that mini
she
journey.
Had the head in the basket or whatever.
Yep. Who's also in Better Call Saul is Mike's daughter.
Don't look back. Carl. Just keep walking.
I'm definitely finding that comic piece and I'm putting it in the reaction.
It was good. Gosh, so much happened. I mean, what an episode. For some reason I thought they did a little. I thought there was either more or there was an after scene. But I remember this was the cliffhanger that got everybody.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Again, folks, if you made it this far, again, we just want to say again, when we say these are our favorite, we are basing this off of how much this made us feel something. Mm-hmm. Feel something. All right, folks. Now, at the time, again, it may have or may not have made the cut, but I just remember being at home, seeing this, being so drastically affected for just days because of what happened to Hershel, seeing finally a lot of the stuff from the comic come to life. To me, that's always epic when you got the source material and they bring it to life. Just the way this whole episode was just amazing. Now, obviously, we're jumping around because we're doing our favorites, but just the build up to that is just phenomenal throughout the whole season 4.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just, it was just so good how everything the governor wanted, once Megan was gone, there was nothing else, and I don't even know if he so much even wanted the prison at that point, or if he just wanted to take out Rick and his entire crew.
Wanted it all gone.
The prison was second or third or fourth down his list. But gosh, so many performances in this. I mean, the actors that we were spoiled with, that we got to have for, so many seasons, was just incredible.
Hold on, folks. Our monitor went out, so of course we always worry that, the recording stopped.
Yeah.
So,
but no, how spoiled we got with the actors that we had in here, the stories that they were put in, the amount of tension. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm watching Rick talk to the governor there from behind the fence, you're sitting there as a fan of the show like, there's no way out of this for Rick. He's in a no-win situation. What's he going to do? And then he makes that really compelling speech at the end. Hershel thinks he's got a little smile like, all right, Rick's starting to get it. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe from the talk that Hershel had in the RV with the governor, maybe he thinks he'll go for it. And then you just see the governor turn that switch and he just says, liar. And then it's on from there. And I loved this. I mean, Dave's not a fan of bottle episodes. I like them if they're well done.
It depends.
But I really liked the setup that we had here of all of our characters and groups kind of going separate ways, and they all got kind of tied into their own stories. And, if you guys remember, which I'm sure you do, that this really set the stage for a lot of epic episodes going forward. Obviously, we had the Grove. Everybody, I think, points to that one. But then this also led to Beth being taken off the show the way she did.
She was just gone.
In such a crazy way, like you thought they made it. But anyways, I don't want to dive too much into that. It's about this episode here. It was so early on, and I love how walkers are still a threat. People get a little freaked out by them when they see them yet. They're worried about what did we have coming into the prison there? Maybe a dozen of them or so to start with.
There was a handful, and then obviously at the end, which you all know and saw.
Yep, we started to get more of them, and
huge numbers.
So it was just very refreshing to kind of see and to kind of look back at when this show was just running on all cylinders at its absolute peak. It was outstanding.
And I remember Scott Wilson describing that moment on like Talking Dead or whatever it was about when he got that smile with Rick, because he's like, Rick came full circle of being able to just let it go, and then, hey, we can make this work. And I remember Scott Wilson saying that was his character's point of view at that moment before the old slice.
Yeah.
But again, the pacing of this episode was
the music.
I know we said Bear. I said it a couple of times. Don't know if it made it or not, so that's why we're going to mention it one more time. Yeah. The score that Bear did in this one was top freaking notch. Chef's kiss to that, because it hit the score helped out even some of the dialogue, and it took it to a whole new level. Yep. I said it there at the end. Now seeing it, having kids, this episode actually hit differently this time around. Even though it still hurts And again, I still remember this episode like it was yesterday.
Yep.
Seeing that the first time, it just hits now a little bit differently. Again, just awesome with this one. I don't know how this isn't in the top 5 for anybody.
And I mean, I think these earlier episodes of The Walking Dead go to show just how damn good this show was, and that we remember episodes like they were yesterday from, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, can remember them perfectly.
Almost.
Well, you guys get it. But if you ask me what happened in season 8, 9, 10, I'm a little foggy, and that was only a while ago. And, we watch every Sunday. We love it, but these episodes just hit differently. And that's, I think, the only way that I can put it. There was just so much more impact, so much more power in every episode. Just everything meant something, and it was just so awesome to see that. It was so much fun to go back with you guys and watch some of our fan favorites, and I hope you guys have similar reactions to what we had, and let us know in the comments.
Real quick, I'll end on this. I have the Walking channel playing during the day on Amazon.
The Walking Dead channel?
Yeah, on AMC Plus during the daytime. And the Whisperer season came on. And gotta say, Angela Kang really knocked that one out of the park. It's actually good to come back and have a different appreciation. Appreciation.
I think you're 100% right on that,
because the way they introduced them was actually really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I think we might have touched on this before in some of our other episodes, but this show feels a lot differently, and you do appreciate a lot more things now when you go back and watch some of these earlier episodes, especially with the fact that you can watch them on Netflix or some other streaming service, and you can just bang out a bunch of them in a day, and you don't have to wait that week like we all had to, and then you go into work the next day. Oh, did you see what happened? Did Judith make it out? I don't know what happened. The carrier was all full of blood. I don't know.
But what's great about that Judith moment, you knew that she was okay. Especially with the kids and how they took off at Tyrese. I mean,
not me.
Oh, I did.
I didn't know.
I felt confident, I should say. I didn't at 100% know, but I felt confident that Judith was okay. But at the moment, in the instant moment, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, and then when you stopped to kind of think about how they left it was like, okay, there's a good chance.
But then you start to think about like the comic book storyline. Judith obviously never made it very far, and you also think about the logistical issues of having to have a baby on the show and in set, and different ways that you film that or work around that. That can add some difficulties. So yeah, for me, it was not a lock that Judith was going to make it there, but I really love these upcoming episodes as well that we got, with everybody kind of split up on their own way, people finding each other. And, it doesn't really culminate until, 5-1, when everybody's kind of back together. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to check it again. But anyhow, this was a lot of fun.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying these.
Yeah.
We are, at least, get to rewatch all this stuff again. So I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad you guys voted yes for it. So again, hopefully you guys are enjoying this and going back on the ride with us.
Yep.
So,
and no matter what happens, we'll always have The Walking Dead. So for
5 more years.
Ramon, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. We're going to see you guys back
the next one
with more Walking Dead content. We'll see you on the next one.